This is very Persian, though. Like, this is the Persian Empire. Like, please, I don't really care about the Greeks. There's so much happening everywhere else.
Well, that's, yeah.
Stop talking about the Greeks. Woo-hoo, the Spartans. Ooh, I have a civil war to deal with.
Oh.
Hello, welcome to the Tabletop Travel Guide, the podcast where we explore fictional worlds and civilizations right from the comfort of our own table. I'm Ryan, and I've been doing a lot of painting because I can't move anywhere and reading.
Poor Ryan.
Yeah, and I've been playing a little Hollow Knight.
Oh, nice.
Yes. My life is confined to a chair. It's okay.
What
Mostly a chair.
What is Hollow Knight? Is that a video game?
It is a Metroidvania style video game where you play as a bug.
Oh.
Trying to like uncover the mystery of a bug dungeon.
It's a Bug's Life.
Bug's Life.
Kind of. It's actually very fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am Tyler, and this week in campaigns, we did some base building. Yeah.
My favorite.
We're in Hell.
What did you base build?
We're in Hell's Rebels, and big shout out to Rodney, who, after the last several times asking us what we want to do with our rebellion, and we're like, I don't know. This is too big
for
for
us. Choices. One of which was furniture.
Yeah, he's like, your base needs furniture. You have several people living in your base, and they just
Like
lie
rags.
on cots, and all of you go home at night.
That's fair.
Yeah, so we.
I mean,
I think we failed to find furniture.
We didn't tell them they couldn't just bring in their own stuff. Like, it's an open door policy. I don't know why I have to be responsible for managing everyone's life. This is terrible. What are they, my children?
Yeah.
This was like a missed opportunity to have like a full interior decorator side quest.
I mean, Sam, what Rodney needs to do is just like give you full control of the base, and you can just Sims it up.
Oh my gosh.
That's
really funny.
wild.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Rodney,
I built it. I'll be like, I didn't ask for this. I'm Sam. And then in Stolen Fate, we also kind of did a little bit of base building.
we just spent the entire time
This
filling
whole
out.
past week.
Well, I didn't like have like the brain capacity to like totally plan out a session. So I was like, okay, we'll wrap up like a little bit of what we did before. And then people talked about items, and I was like, oh, okay, so then we'll just go shopping and you guys can tell me what you want. But then like what it turned into was like everybody like looking at their inventory about like, what do we have? And then everyone realizing that they didn't like fully take their items when they built their characters.
Everyone else but me.
The classic. I get how many items at this level?
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. So we got everybody like situated with their items, and then nobody actually needed to buy anything because they were like, oh, here are all these items that I could have gotten.
What do you mean I haven't picked a 10th, 2 8th, or a 10th, 2 9th, an 8th, and 2 7th.
But then there's a cool mechanic in that campaign where you're like building out your base as you are collecting cards, and they give you abilities. So then they did also look at like what cards do we have and what abilities do we want to like invest into the base too. So that was good and productive.
Nice. Very good. Okay. Well, Sam, welcome back.
Thank you.
Things got bad. Things got rough, Tyler and I.
Down here in the basement.
They were
Down
dark.
here in the basement. They're dark. We were talking about magic stuff. Charles, our dear friend Charles, has so many complaints about our last episode. It's really funny to the point where like he has to come and do an episode with us because he has so many complaints.
He literally stopped. We were over at his house for like a friend get together. He's like, I have a bone to pick with you too. Your last episode was all wrong.
So thank you. We're happy to have you back, Sam.
Look, I just want to provide you guys the opportunity to have discourse with people, because if they're arguing with you, that means they listen.
That's
Where it's
true.
engagement.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't think we misspoke anything. Not that
we
do
misspoke
that.
something a long time ago.
Oh.
So back in the Katapesh episode, we misspoke Aketon, the planet that...
Oh, yes.
The
There was a whole
Pac-Mess.
discourse about how I can't pronounce that planet.
Yeah,
Yes.
there people in Discord were
Like a ketone.
Yeah, I think
No.
we called it a keton, but it's a keton.
A keton.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Other than that, we, butchered the character archetypes last episode, but,
That's fine.
that's fine.
That's fine. So beyond that, then, Sam, this is a mainline episode,
Yay.
and I'm told you are the host.
No.
No.
No, I'm the
Tyler's
host.
hosting.
Oh, wait.
Or well, Tyler's giving us information.
Okay, that makes more sense. Okay.
You're technically
Well, I'm
hosting.
the host, but yes. Okay, this makes more sense why I was confused. Tyler,
Who is talking? I don't know.
I knew it wasn't me because I did the last one.
Sam, I wrote it, and you just host us right now.
Ooh.
Just read through it.
Sam
A
just,
cold read.
Sam was like very official and had her laptop up, and she was just like looking, and I'm like, man, Sam's like ready to go, ready to rip it.
I have to have good posture and my laptop up so that I stick with it because I'm so brain dead from work this week that like it's a struggle.
We can do it.
Okay.
Y'all. So I'm gonna really try to pay attention. I have tea. I'm ready.
Ready.
Sam's ready. I'm ready. Tyler.
Let's take it away. So, today we are going to Qadira,
Qadira.
the last country in the Golden Road.
Okay.
No, it has been a month in the making
Okay.
or more. The sources I have for this episode are Qadira, Jewel of the East, Qadira, Gateway to the East,
Oh,
and the Pathfinder Wiki.
so 2 separate dedicated source books.
Two separate set of
Man,
But
dedicated
also,
Qadira.
what are they? Are they the Jewel of the East or are they Gateway to the East?
They're
Are they
the-
East or not? Are they East or are they almost East?
They're the the Gateway Jewel
What is the truth?
for the East.
Are both those books 1E?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's 1E. There's no 2E for Golden Road in general. And we'll get to a little bit my thoughts on how they need to make one.
Okay.
But there is no 2E content besides, just the Inner Sea World Guide and
Got it,
whatnot
got it.
in Qadira. Where we are. Qadira is located a short hop across the Inner Sea from Osirian and is the southern neighbor / enemy of Taldor.
Yes.
So if you imagine, you have the little circle or half circle of the Inner Sea. We were on Garund basically, and we're shifting over to technically Avestan
So like,
land wise.
if you were equating it to the actual Earth on the Mediterranean, we'd be like around Turkey.
Yes. We are Turkey, I believe.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. I will
Oh,
double
is
check.
it even like a 1-to-1 for that?
No, but I will tell you.
But
But I will,
somewhere.
I will confirm on the map. But
I don't know.
I'm
Don't ask me the real world stuff.
pretty sure.
There's like where are countries? I
Where are
don't know.
countries? We took a cruise on the Mediterranean. I don't know. So while Qadira is in Avestan and technically part of the Golden Road meta region, it's actually a province of the Padishah Empire of Kelish in Casmaron.
Yes.
So reminder, you have the Inner Sea, which is where we've been, to the east of directions. To the east of Inner Sea is Casmaron.
I feel like I want to pronounce it as like Kelesh because I keep getting it confused with like when we talk about like the Kelishites and things like that.
So here's the thing that I'm not 100% sure. I also wanted to call it Kalesh. So I am not sure. I'm okay if we call it Kalesh, if that's what we all agree in, because that's what I did for a while. But you have like Kelishites are the people of Kalesh, and it is pronounced Kelishites.
So it's
Oh, okay.
But not to be confused with Kelish,
Yes.
which is the language,
Kelish versus Kelish.
spelled differently. So
okay
I'm good with,
Kelish.
you like Kelish or Kalesh? I feel like Kalesh felt more right
Okay.
to me.
Kelish.
It's just because it's 2 E's, so I don't want to say Kel-ish because it's an E, so that makes me feel like it should be Kel-esh.
Yeah. Okay. Kalesh.
Also makes me think of just like Superman, but Kal-El.
Kelish.
Kalesh. So, regardless, before we dive into Qadira itself, we have to talk about the Empire of Kalesh. And then we just talked about the pronunciation guide. If we are wrong, I could not find the actual correct way to pronounce it. I could only find the pronunciation of Kelishite.
Sure.
So, if we're wrong, either way, Kalesh feels right. Not much is written about Casmaron, but it's the huge continent to the east of the Inner Sea. I vaguely remember, this might be wrong, but I remember hearing somewhere that I think Casmaron was kind of intended as the place your homebrew here. We're not going to elaborate from a Paizo perspective.
To some degree, yes. I remember that there's a couple places like that, but yes, this is one of the places that Paizo was like, we're just gonna not.
There's some things over here, but like if you need a homebrew in Golarion, just pop it over there.
Yeah.
Again, might be making things up, but if Ryan heard it, that's at least two people.
Seems there's that, and yes.
Yeah. Either way, there are a few main ethnicities that make up Casmaron. You have the Casmar, the Vudrani, and the people we'll be talking about, the Kelishites.
Okay.
So while we don't have exact dates, we know that the Empire of Kalesh grew during the Age of Destiny, which is from minus 3470 to minus 1 AR.
Mm-hmm.
Basically the age right up until Aridin showed up.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And this is where I agree with like Turkey, and I get sort of like Persian vibes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Basically, they started growing as an empire around the same time as Osirian did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember, Osirian was kind of right around that minus 3,000 AR.
Yeah.
The main difference being that while Osirian had its like rise and fall, had its periods of decline, as far as I can tell, besides the occasional power struggle, Kalesh has been growing in power and wealth the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So there is no like, age of decline. It's just like they just keep rolling, man.
They're just doing great.
That compound interest.
Sure.
One of the reasons for this is that for Casmaron, Earthfall was not nearly as devastating as it was for the Inner Sea.
That checks out, yeah.
It was devastating in the sense that cities are destroyed and a lot of empires fell, but not as devastating in the sense that like, culture is destroyed and we are starting from the Stone Age, like it happened with the Inner Sea.
Well, they're further away from like the impact site.
Yeah. So it's like people did not forget how to use magic and how to be human.
Sure.
Or where the Inner Sea took a long time after Earthfall to like just kind of rediscover how to be a civilization.
Mm-hmm.
The people of Casmaron were able to like piece together the knowledge they already had and just kind of like build from there.
Mm-hmm.
So they were able to ascend quicker and bigger than, the empires
Yeah.
Because of this, Kalesh has more money than probably many of the Inner Sea countries combined.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They don't, go into how much, but it's like compared to Kalesh, the Inner Sea is kind of like backwoods.
Yeah.
So, so we'll talk about a bit more about the Empire, but the one thing to note is that there's 6 different cultures that make up the foundation of the Kelishite people, and they're each associated with one of the 6 virtues. So you have zeal, grace, inventiveness, elegance, adaptability, and honor.
Okay.
So they're kind of big philanthropy people. Hella rich, have some good virtues.
Zeal.
Grace, inventiveness,
Mm-hmm. Elegance.
honor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So good things.
Yeah.
That brings us to the area that will eventually be named Qadira. Due to its extreme climates, the population of not Qadira remained very low. It's just there was a couple nomadic tribes, but mostly farmers, a few major cities that rose and fell, but like no coherent
And you're
country.
still reasonably close to Earthfall.
Yeah.
Is it like deserty over here?
It is. It's a bit of everything. There's some mountainous regions. Okay. There's several rivers that cut the area. There is some big deserts. There's some fertile land. Like it is kind of an interesting mix
of things.
Yeah. There is some just like more fertile mountainous. It's kind of like more mountainous as a entire group with some deserts. The main city to form this time, and that's still around, is Qadira, which is the current capital. And it might have actually existed before Earthfall, and then every time a settlement fell, another was just kind of built on top of it. So Qadira is like a what do you call it? A layer cake of civilizations.
Yeah, kind of like Paris.
Yeah.
The archaeology people are really into that cake.
Big fans of that cake. Sure. Got to get that cake. Eventually, the area was settled by a combination of Kelishites, pre-colonization, Garundi, and Wangi. So, area, Qadira is connected to the Empire of Kalesh. In Casmaron, it's kind of like one of the only ways that is easy to get through because there's a lot of mountains
Sure.
in between. So just naturally, some Kelishites kind of went into the areas.
Yeah.
During all this time, trading caravans from Kalesh would travel through this area along the Golden Path.
Yep.
Remember, we talked about that
Yep.
in just the main episode. It's one of the biggest trading paths that the Golden Road is known for.
Yes.
But they would kind of rarely stop to trade with the people in Qadira or in not Qadira.
They're a caravan state.
Yeah, it's just like nomads, like, eh. Though regular horse races near Kathir attracted Kelishite visitors, so travelers began to call the area Kathira, which would later be standardized to Qadira.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So how did a little area, mostly known for nomads and horse races, become attractive to an empire that's rich beyond all reason?
Gambling?
Not a bad guess.
Brain dead today.
Fair.
Tell me the answer.
It's all actually due to a plucky upstart country that was getting a little bit too big for its britches.
Oh.
Taldor.
Oh, yeah. Full circle. Let's go.
Back to Taldor.
Oh, yeah, they're enemies. I
Yeah.
just remembered. You said that.
Yes.
They have to show up. This is fine.
So we've been pretty loosey-goosey with the years up until now, but at this point we're sitting right around like minus 80 AR.
Okay. Yeah, we're very okay.
And which is only a stone's throw away from the first army of exploration
Sure.
in 37
Oh
AR.
my gosh, we really have come all the way back around.
Right? It's been a while since we've gone exploring.
Let's go.
Oh boy.
So the Padishah Emperor Ottalan IV had been keeping tabs on this little country and realized that there is a real chance that Kelish's connection to the Golden Path trade route could be severed if Taldor took it over.
Yeah.
Mm,
Sure.
mhm.
And, you know, as we found out, they were obviously very into expanding.
Yes.
So in minus 78 AR, the Kelishites first invaded Qadira. Though weirdly, it wasn't under the direct orders of the Empire. They just kind of did it. Like,
Yeah. So Qadira before this was a buffer state.
Yeah. Or like it was just kind of buffer land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like buffer land. And they're like, okay, we need to exert our own control to prevent Taldor from exerting its control.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And so the Emperor didn't choose to send it out, but a bunch of people were like, hey, that's a good idea. And then like
Yeah. Yeah.
took it
Okay.
over. He did approve the acquisition and fortified it against Avestani reclamation afterwards. So he's like, yes, that was a good idea. I approve.
The Texas method. I love that.
He's like, I'm going to look a different direction. And if you're successful, great. And if not, I had no idea
Right.
this was going to
Plausible
happen.
deniability.
Good.
Funnily enough, like because the population was already so sparse, they didn't really fight any locals. They mostly just fought off Taldor, who like had people in
Who
the
also
region.
just had people there.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
like
Yeah.
Nice.
so because of that, like everybody in the region was kind of like, like okay, they quickly Kalesh quickly prepared the colony for full incorporation, but they sent like engineers, governors, clerics, and architects to just like build up the region.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And so like everybody just kind of like, I guess we accept our new overlords.
Yeah.
They didn't really
They're
fight.
What have the Romans ever done for us?
Right? Yeah, they funded local industries. They offered communities the same services given to native Kelishites. They promoted local leaders into the administration.
Oh, they're smart about it.
Yeah, overall, they did like a pretty solid job.
What did the Kelesh ever did for us? The roads.
Yeah, so because of this, like, to Qadira, the people of Qadira, the Kelish Empire, like, seemed more like benefactors.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they even offered to protect them from the Taldans, who
Sure.
all of the Kelish emissaries said they would exploit and impoverish the Qadirians if they
Well,
had a choice.
obviously, they're the worst.
Yeah, Taldor, screw those guys. So after this courting period, in minus 43 AR, Qadira became an official satrap of the Kelish Empire.
Good.
Kelish Empire.
Okay, so I thought the last time we talked about the satraps, I thought we talked about it in. Did we not say that it was like a government title? I thought that was like a person, not a thing.
I think
Is
it's
it both?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is
I
a
don't remember.
like a satrap run by a satrap.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
A province, and yeah, it's a province of the Persian Empire is the original.
Oh, so it is very Persian.
hey, look, there you
Yeah.
go. You were right. Good job.
Yeah. And then
Is it also a title though,
Uh,
or did I just get confused about what we were
The-
talking
No,
about?
I think
before?
it is.
the satrap was the governor.
Okay.
A satrapy is
Oh, yeah,
territory.
okay. So it became an
Oh,
official
okay.
satrapy of the
All right,
Kelish
okay.
yeah, the
Empire.
satrap is the governor. Okay.
Okay.
Words.
Yeah. So they quickly expanded from their kind of area around Qadira to set up port cities, basically expanded out to the borders that they could. So that way they can control the trade.
Sure.
Immediately after Qadira was founded, they started skirmishing regularly with Taldor.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No one is surprised.
Yep. So a tense border was set up along the northern side of Qadira, southern side of Taldor, with 100 stone watchtowers.
Cool.
And they are constantly patrolled looking for any type of Taldor weakness that they could take advantage of.
So they're looking to be offensive too. They're not just playing defense.
Yeah. It's like it's both and like we're gonna defend ourselves, but if there's any opportunity,
Sure,
you don't know. This continued off and on for about 1,500 years. During that time, Qadira is focusing on increasing its size of their forces, eventually having the largest division of the Satrapian Guard in Kalesh.
Okay.
So if you think of the entire empire in Casmaron, this little tiny corner of it had the biggest army.
Well, yeah, it's like Risk. You're like, where are we going to get invaded? Right here.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Eventually, Qadira themselves wanted to prove their military might by escalating the skirmishes into a full-blown war with Taldor.
Oh no.
Oh.
And to do this, the satrap at the time, Zerbaistes, attempted to negotiate with the Empress.
Of Taldor, yeah.
Yeah, no, of
Of
Kalesh. So remember this, as a satrap, you're still under the
Yeah.
Okay. So
ruling of an empress.
The provincial leader is negotiating with the emperor.
the big one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So Empress Carila the Third. Carila?
Oh, I'm like, is it Carrie? No.
Carrie. Hi, Carrie. Want to go to war.
I mean, that could be her nickname. Carila?
Carila the Third, to make his position hereditary and to assume complete control of Qadira.
Okay, well,
So he's like, I don't think they're going to let me go to war. Maybe if they let me become...
if I establish a local hereditary dynasty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hilariously, the Empress was like, oh, well, Taldor is already overextended, and eventually it's going to collapse in on itself anyway. And then at that point, they're going to voluntarily submit to the Kalesh Empire. Why would we bother to go to war when they're eventually going to fall to us anyway, just because we're so benevolent?
She was half right.
Yeah.
Oh, Zerbitzy. Whatever your name
Zerbaistes.
is. Zerbs.
Zerbs. Dang Zerbs. So because of this, she rejected his plan, and the war did not happen yet.
Seems like a reasonable decision by the Empress.
Yeah. It is funny, though, because it's just like, it's like, you don't need to go to war, but also like, if we don't come to them, they'll come to us.
Yeah. They're confident.
They're
They
confident.
got money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want that?
Yeah.
This type of dichotomy would be apparent throughout the entirety of Qadira's history. You have a Kalesh empire that's farther away from the action. They prefer diplomacy and offer stewardship, and a Qadira nation who's right up against enemies looking to deal with military might.
And they want to do it. They want to go.
Yeah. It's kind of like hey, no, these are actually a threat. Like these are real threats. Please listen.
Yeah.
And they're like, whatever, tiny baby corner of the empire,
Yes.
you're
Yeah.
fine.
So fast forward in 1532, after recently being shut down to go to war with Taldor, some Qadiran extremists pushed for Zerbaistes I and Qadira to set their sights on Osirian instead. If they couldn't go to Taldor,
Boo.
they might as well take advantage and go
The
fight
Hawks. They have
Osirian.
a serious Hawk component of their government. Okay.
Yeah.
They want war.
Yeah. While Zerbaistes was a little bit hesitant at this, that group managed to convince his granddaughter to overthrow the pharaoh in charge and conquer Osirian.
Zerbaistina. No, I don't know.
Zerbaistina.
I'm making
they
that
cooed. Okay.
Yeah, so basically, like, they couldn't get the satrap to do it, so they're like, hey, the granddaughter, how about you go do it instead?
Okay.
So they went, conquered Osirian, but then she died in the process.
Oh.
So at that point, Zerbaistes didn't really want his granddaughter to have died in vain. So at that point,
I guess I'll occupy a foreign nation.
yeah,
Oh,
at that
boy.
point, he attempted to negotiate hereditary rule and complete control of Qadira's workings.
Okay.
Again, like, hey, please let me just control Qadira.
Yeah.
And it wasn't granted.
Yeah. You you haven't done a great job. Like, I don't know where in your performance review you think you're crushing it.
Also, like, did Zerbaisti's granddaughter have like a military position or like a position of power? Or
I
was
think
she
she was
just
part of the
okay.
military. And sorry, I misspoke here. So he came with that offer again and threatened to secede if it wasn't granted.
That's an even ballsier play.
Yeah.
Okay.
But luckily for him, even though his negotiating power isn't all that great, at the time the Empress was focused on a civil war happening on the plane of fire.
Like you do.
Zerbaisti's, I don't think you understand, buddy.
Yeah, so
It's getting hot in here.
because the Empire of Kalesh has a lot of extra planar trading partners that go through the plane of fire.
Yeah.
So she was dealing with
They are really cranking up the heat on me.
The
I can't deal with this.
The American Civil War and the plane of fire is happening. I need to ship my cotton. Please stop talking to me.
So at this point, because she didn't have time to deal with their crap, she granted the satrap's request to become a hereditary position, but she installed a vizier who would advise.
And they're with independence or non-independent?
The satraps would be independent, Qadira, but there would be a royal vizier.
Tyler did a
So-
quote hand
yes.
for those who
Yeah.
can't
It's
see him in the room.
It is a semi-independent vassal state.
Yeah, so basically, like, their thought was you could do anything you want with Qadira, any like controlling Qadira
You have
interest.
domestic control.
Domestic
you
control.
do not have...
We handle foreign affairs
Yes.
through the vizier.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so at this point, it was independent with everything within the borders. Anything outside the borders,
Okay,
they
that's
had to
not-
go to the vizier for.
That's not a bad gig.
Mm-mm.
I
It's
just-
bad for a group who wants to go to war.
Yeah, it's bad for the Hawks.
Bad for the Hawks.
I'm just still really obsessed with this Empress, like trying to handle whatever is happening in the plane of fire. Like,
Please
stop talking.
call back.
Oh my gosh, I will send you Bob and he will help you with all of the things.
Bob
Just
the-
shut up.
Bob the Vizier.
This is very Persian, though. Like, this is the Persian Empire. Like, please, I don't really care about the Greeks. There's so much happening everywhere else.
Well, that's, yeah.
Stop talking about the Greeks. Boo-hoo, the Spartans. Ooh, I have a civil war to deal with.
Oh,
So
this
it's
is
here
Great.
after this lovely secession and taking over Osirian that we take a quick
Oh,
aside.
yeah,
and
and they took Osirian.
yeah, and they
Sure.
took Osirian.
Sure.
We're going to take a quick aside and talk about religion.
Oh, good.
So one thing I have not mentioned until now is that the state religion of Kalesh is the worship of Sarenrae,
Mhm.
the dawn
Okay,
flower.
sure.
So beyond expanding trade across Golarion, one of the main goals of the Kaleshite travelers is to spread the faith and worship of Sarenrae.
Mm.
Is Sarenrae a very proselytizing religion? I feel like this keeps coming up.
So it is.
But it only feels like it's coming up here in this particular
Like the
area.
Golden Road specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is because the only reason Sarenrae is a deity, like Sarenrae came from Casmaron
Okay.
as a deity. So like the only reason worship happens of the inner sea of Sarenrae is because the Empire of
Got
Kalesh.
it. Okay.
I was just going to say because it's sunny here
Yeah.
on the equator.
The Golden Road, we like the sun.
Yeah. Hey.
So yeah, so it makes sense that it's more concentrated here because it's from Qadira and
Okay,
beyond.
that makes sense.
That is spread. I bring this up not to just be a fun fact, but it
Mhm.
becomes relevant to the plot, mostly due to the fact that extremists who pushed for Osirian's invasion were actually a group of religious fanatics. They broke off to become their own militant sect called the Cult of the Dawnflower
Mhm.
that focused more on gaining power than, helping people.
Seems to be a little bit against
Tale
what
as old as time.
Sarenrae is really standing for, but sure.
Yeah. So they spawned during this Osirian takeover, and they really started to gain popularity with the general populace after that. They were definitely not popular with the church, though, because the cult is not endorsed by Sarenrae due to her views being pretty anathema to
Uh-huh.
theirs. So they lost both their divine grant and the support of the broader church.
I was going to dog this, but like there is probably multiple instances of people like, we're the cult of militant Jesus Christ.
Mhm.
Like that.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's like
okay.
the Crusades.
Yeah. Like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Or like really anything. And it's just funny because in a, made up world, there are lots of other deities you could have picked that probably would have been chill with all of that.
Right?
Yeah,
But
true.
you picked one that
It's like
wasn't. It's
you
very
picked-
weird.
Yeah,
They're-
polytheism is a thing. You can pick
Right?
whoever you want.
You could have grabbed anybody else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Norgerber's probably down for that. I don't know.
funny.
So beyond being the catalyst for invasion, they got up to some other shenanigans throughout the centuries. After establishing themselves in Osirian, they ended up getting so popular that in 2217 AR, they were exiled from the Kalesh Empire to Thuvia.
Oh.
Oh,
They got
Bye.
so popular. Empire's like, no,
ooh,
you guys can't.
that's okay. Sure.
Yeah. Another group led by a priestess named Vedi instead went south to Katapesh to make Sarenrae's bastion.
Oh, let's go.
Oh.
Hello.
So remember, in the Katapesh episode, we talked about the people
Uh-huh.
who are following Sarenrae, who went to a really crappy place called Sarenrae's bastion,
Being a bit wackadoodle.
and then changed their name because they weren't feeling supported by Sarenrae. It was literally the cult that got disowned by Sarenrae.
Yeah, that totally makes sense then.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, so no wonder that place did not grow fruitful because Sarenrae was not with those people.
Oh boy.
Sarah Ray, give me your blessing. You haven't had it for decades. I don't know why you keep calling.
Yeah.
New number. Who dis?
New phone. But the biggest shenanigan that happened was in 2253. The cult murdered the satrap at the time, and he was found dead in one of his fountains with sunflowers in his mouth.
Oh, well, at least there's that part.
The
Ooh.
cult then declared independence for Osirian, which also ended their exile, and
Mhm.
Osirian then established a line of independent Kelishite sultans.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so we
Yeah,
talked
we talked about that too. Okay.
yeah, when Osirian
Okay.
came back to power is due to the cult of the Dawnflower.
Wow. Hey, Cult of the Dawnflower, you guys have been busy
Mm-hmm.
In weird ways.
in very strange
but
ways.
okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. And I guess because, they weren't ruled by the empire directly and, not as directly influenced of the main church, the cult of the Dawnflower didn't really stir up trouble for a good bit after this. They were like, hey, we happy.
I
we
mean, they
chilling."
kind of won.
Yeah, they kind of won. They
We
got,
got
their
independence. Bye.
Until
Oh.
700-ish years later, when a massive earthquake in 2920 killed tens of thousands of Qadirans.
Oh.
It's me, Saren Ray. I'm still mad.
No, we're not sure. It might have been natural.
Okay.
But the current satrap, Geber, Gheber,
We won't say Gerber.
Gerber,
That's-
Gerber the second,
Gubber.
Geber, who is a follower of the cult, he declared this as proof of Taldan allegiance to evil gods.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's a hot take. Sure.
We want to cause us ballet. Okay.
Yeah. So he then requested permission to go to war with Taldor
Yeah,
again,
there it
Oh
is.
my gosh.
There it is.
which
yeah.
the Empress declined.
Yeah, because she's like, you know what happens on Earth or Golarion? Earthquakes. It doesn't have to be divine, you crazy people.
Yeah, so in secret after that, the Empress started exerting more political and economic influence over Qadira.
Yeah,
we gotta rein
she's
those
like,
guys in.
Oh, they're getting a little nuts over there. Gotta
Yeah.
rein it back in.
3 seagulls. Taldor is up to something. My liege. We should invade at once.
Stop.
Oh, it's true.
So with no war allowed, things calmed down for a while, and
Okay.
peace fell across the land.
Mm.
All that changed in 4067 AR, when a succession war for the imperial throne.
Oh, it's happening. Sure.
Oh no. The
Broke out.
Empress.
Yeah.
She finally kicked the bucket.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
So many of the extended imperial family members that were
Mhm.
living in Qadira, they had to return to Kalesh
Yep.
to either
Yep.
support
Yep.
or
Ooh.
put themselves forward. Over the next decade, the bloody war continued.
Yep.
It continued to escalate until even the Imperial Vizier had to go back to Kalesh.
No, they had to send
Leaving,
back Bob.
they had to send
I mean, it
back
was probably
Bob.
like Bob the Fifth at this
Bob the
point.
Fifth.
I don't know.
I come from a long line of Bobs.
Bob the Fifth. This left Qadira to its own devices.
Yep.
and
Here
you
we
know
go.
what they say. When the Vizier is away, Qadira goes to war.
Finally.
So
Oh my gosh, they orchestrated the Empress dying just so that they could have a war with Taldor. They're
Right.
Like, we gotta get rid of that lady. She's too reasonable.
So in 4079, Satrap Geber III, Gerber III, took advantage of the Empire's distractions to gather up 40,000 members of the Satrapian Guard and
That's a good
invaded
army.
Taldor at
Dang.
last.
Mhm.
It was also at this time that Cheliax decided to take advantage of that situation and secede from Taldor in what we know as the Even Tongue Conquest.
Oh, okay.
It's all coming
Taldor is
back around.
getting hit left and right.
Back
Okay.
around.
Okay.
This war in Qadira, however, is known as the Gevrin victories.
Sure.
So Even Tongue Conquest in Avestan to Qadira, it was the Gevrin victories.
Okay. This feels like it's going to get very fall of Constantinople-ish.
Yeah. Yeah. So this war lasted almost 500 years, and at one point, Qadira had almost taken Opara.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So they were
pushed pretty
like
far.
real close to
Okay.
taking over Taldor.
Okay.
Jeez.
But Taldor managed to hold out, and then eventually in 4603, a peace treaty was held.
Okay.
Spoiler: this treaty was manufactured and pushed through by the Empire's Vizier. So
I'm back.
Bob Senior.
What have you been doing over there?
Bob the Seventh was like, no.
Excuse you.
Yeah. So eventually, the Empire was able to rein in and be like, no, kids, settle.
Mom and Dad come home. There's a house party happening. What in tarnation? I leave you kids alone for 2 nights.
Oh,
2
it's
nights, and this
true.
is what you give.
Except for 500 years. So like that was still. So you said 500-year war? Did I
Yeah.
just hear that?
Yeah. So
Okay, so they were gone for a while. Yeah.
they were
Yeah.
gone for a while.
Yeah.
So like it's probably like Bob the 15th. I
Bob
don't know.
the 15th.
Yeah. Well, it's a rough placement. Your job, should you choose to accept it, is to go back and reign in the 500-year war in Qadira.
Mm. Oh no.
It took a very
Great.
strong Bob.
Great.
Very strong, Bob. The Bob of the H's. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the relationships and then a bit about life in the country.
Okay.
So with Kalesh, the Empire of Kalesh, because they're so stable, it tends to look at changes in governance over generations rather than immediate needs.
Well, yeah, generations of Bob.
Yeah, generations of Bob. Because of this, they view Qadira as less enlightened, too impatient. And they are
And they're right.
Yeah, and they are naively attached to the idea of a warrior nation when they should be focusing on peace and profit.
They're-
Look, I respect that.
Yeah.
I like Kalesh.
Yeah. Honestly,
Seems-
like
Honestly, they're
Kalesh,
right.
the Empire of Kalesh is like the good guys in this scenario.
Maybe you should not try to fight every 50 years.
Yeah. Qadira, on the other hand, feels the constant threat of annihilation at the hands of the Avestani, real or perceived.
I was going to say, at this point, Taldor ain't.
Yeah. So they see Kalesh as not adequately comprehending the danger they face and wish
You
the
don't
Empire would do
understand
something.
me, Mom.
Dad, he looked at me really mean at the playground today.
Look, that guy spit on our watchtower.
This is really important. It's like you never take me seriously.
Yeah, so these nations are vitally important to each other, but they tend to be caught up in a typical pattern of Qadira uses empire distractions to build armies and fight battles. Kalesh steps in, cleans up the mess, puts safeguards in via the Vizier, and the cycle repeats.
Yep.
So when it comes to Taldor, the relationship is bad on a macro level
Uh-huh.
and kind of one-way bad on a micro level.
One way bad is interesting.
Yeah, Qadirans in Taldor don't have good times.
That makes sense.
They are subject to intense persecution. Even non-Qadiran Keleshites they catch strays as well.
Okay.
Which, to be clear, Qadira invaded Taldor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, that's not...
that's not.
I mean, I'm sure there's lots of border skirmishing and unhappiness, but, like, they had launched a 500-year war of aggression.
Yeah, right. So ironically, Taldans and Qadira are not really targets of open persecution, mostly because the Empire's like, you need to make nice.
Leave them alone.
Yeah, so you're gonna be like looked down upon a little bit if you're in
You're in our house.
if you're Taldan
Sure.
and you're in Qadira. Hilariously, the Empire, the Imperial Keleshites find Taldor's contempt for them kind of amusing because Taldans are like technically their descendants because like the Taldan people rose up from Keleshites intermarrying with Avestani
Oh,
or
that's kinda
with
funny.
Aslanti.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Literally your descendants.
You're hereditarily.
Yeah.
Sure.
They kind of look at them as they're like, so the Empire of Kelesh is like, oh, those are degenerate cousins.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So with Osirian, beyond the whole, Qadira invading and conquering Osirian, when Kemet the First rose to power in 4609, when he showed up with all the crocodiles, remember? The Empress at the time was Rashana the 27th.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a lot of letters.
That's a lot of letters.
That's a popular name, apparently.
Yeah.
More popular than Bob.
Yeah. So
Quite
Rashana
possibly.
the 27th, she immediately offered to be the first head of state to recognize his authority.
Ah. Okay.
I mean, it's like an easy win. It's like, yeah, we didn't like that in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
we didn't really
That
want
whole cult of the Dawnflower thing, that wasn't us. Yeah, you're the emperor. You're the pharaoh now. Great.
Yeah. Basically, her condition was that he extend Osirian citizenship to any Keleshites living in the region.
Sure. That's like a super reasonable. Wow. I'm on board.
I'm a big fan of the Empire of Kelesh.
I'm more and more a big fan. Great.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, even so, the perceptions of Keleshites and Qadira is pretty sour overall for Osirian,
sure.
which is fair. So let's talk about the different regions in Qadira.
I guess they only really have two major neighbors, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
We talked about this at the top of the episode. I really hope that they make a Mwangi Expanse style book for the Golden Road, and specifically Qadira, because like the books are one-y and are very much of like, if you're adventuring in Qadira, here are the dungeons you can do. And like, it's like very much the colonizer's view of like, oh, if you're adventuring here, like doesn't really care about the group itself.
Yeah.
But there's like a ton of cool things that aren't fleshed out. So we'll talk a little bit about each section and some interesting spots, but like, I'll be really excited when they like flesh this entire thing out. So you have the Alava Peninsula, Alavah.
Alava. Okay.
Or the Alava?
Alava. Okay, you can say
Alava?
that. Sure.
Okay.
It's the coastal desert peninsula on the southwestern coast. The southern tip is known as the Emerald Coast, not to be confused with Florida, which I think also has an emerald coast.
I think Ireland has an emerald coast as well.
There's a lot of emerald coasts.
There's a lot of places
world.
that are coastal that have greenery.
Yeah. It has several medium-sized city and a decent bit of farmland.
Okay.
One of these cities is called Ushumgal.
Ushumgal?
It's an ornate city with soaring towers, broad streets, and stone filigree buildings.
Cool.
The fun fact is that this city is run by a cabal of powerful and mysterious women known as the Sisters of Bronze.
Well, sign me right up.
Right? Rumors persist that they're actually bronze dragons.
That would be
That's
sweet!
so good.
Yeah, but no one knows for sure.
That's so good.
I'm even more on board.
Right?
That's so good.
Yeah. Most people can only get in via invitation, but it sounds kind of awesome if you do get in.
Yes.
So we can go to Ashumgal.
Okay.
Hang out with the Sisters of Bronze. You have the area of Maharev. It's in central East Qadira. It's bounded by the Zhou Mountains and the Maharev River.
Okay.
So like in the center, is a lot, like I said, there's a lot of mountainous regions, and there's several rivers. This contains lush jungles and fertile farmland that provides much of the produce that feeds Qadira. So the interesting thing is because the Zhou Mountains are like facing Avestan, most maps written by Avestani assume that it's just desert behind the mountains.
Of course.
It's kind of a nice little like secret. This is what produces all of our food, but everyone just assumes it's
Like, here be dragons. But
Yeah.
Actually, not really.
yeah. There's a city here called Kaharid. It's called the Turquoise City. It's rich in copper and turquoise and produces all kinds of fine jewelry and pottery.
Cool.
Sounds lovely.
Right? And it is also the center of worship of White Feather, which is a guiding spirit of nonviolence and peaceful meditation.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah. You have the Pashmin region, not Parshman, which I read for a while. I thought for a
that
while.
would have messed me up. Yeah.
Yeah, Parshman is from the Stormlight Archive.
Yes.
And I was trying to search for this section, and I'm like, why does it keep bringing up Brandon Sanderson? No, it's the Pashmin district, is the fertile mountainous region of Qadira that lies between the Ladon River and the Pashmin River. And this is the one that I really wish they would elaborate on because it's known for its snow-capped mountain peaks, crystalline rivers, flourishing wildlife. There are cities along the river that have breathtaking views. There's lovely mountainside cities. The people who tend to live in this area work in creative fields like architects, artists, musicians, writers. There's a good contingent of armorsmiths, engineers, farmers, hunters.
Sounds a little too idyllic. We need to muck it up a little bit.
Right?
I'm like, that's why they haven't elaborated. They're like, oh, this is a great place. No one will come here. What are they going to find?
Right? Well,
Good deals
It's super
and-
annoying because, like, in the book, it's talking about, like, here are the ruins you can fight. I'm like, I want to take my Viking cruise along the Ladon River to all these cool-ass mountainside cities.
True.
And all the details are, like, even if you pull up the map on Pathfinder Wiki, it's like, one of the mountainside cities that's very beautiful. Moving on. I'm like,
That makes,
So it sounds like it'd be a really cool place to take a Viking cruise. Then you have the plains of Paresh. These are the grassy plains on the northern border of Qadira. This was where OG Qadira was.
Okay.
It's home to Kathir, the capital city. Kathir is known as the glorious Golden Kathir. It is the center of trade between Casmar and Avestan. So it has a canyon-like harbor that has ships from all major trading ports around the inner sea. Obviously, it's a trade city, has plenty of markets. It also has a bunch of other points of interest. It has a trade hub with the Plane of Fire.
Naturally.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it counts as an embassy for that. It has a bunch of colleges and centers of learning.
Okay.
There is the Venetian? No, that's not
Probably
right.
not Venetian.
Venicaan.
Venicon?
Venicon.
Yeah.
College of Medicaments and Chirurgery. Medicament. Medicaments? Medicaments?
I think it's like medicine and surgery.
That would make sense.
I feel like the CH word, I'm like,
Is CHI
it's an old word for surgery.
Okay.
man, because they always have that alchemist subclass and I never know how to pronounce it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have some of the highest levels of healing practices in the inner sea. There's a bunch of arcane magic colleges, all are highly competitive. You have a bunch of individual instructors promoting themselves as the people with the best form of magic.
Okay.
So the interesting thing is that, like, to the inner sea, Qadira is opulent to the max. Like, so much money. One of, like, honestly would give Druma a run for its money of, like, opulence.
Yeah.
But to the Empire of Kalash, it kind of considers Kathir and Qadira as, like, their backwater cousins.
Like the Sisters of the Poor.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's like, that's how rich in comparison the Empire is to the inner sea.
Man, let's go take a vacation to Kalesh.
Right? Honestly, like,
seriously.
12 out of 10. Let's go to Kalash. And then finally, you have the Southern Zhou Mountains. It's a large, unbroken stretch that spreads from the Pashman River, curving west to the coast. There are smaller settlements, and, you know, because it's very mountainous, that's kind of where criminals hang out.
Okay.
There is one interesting city called Garat. It is a holy citadel city that a bunch of pilgrims will go to visit for enlightenment.
Okay.
The interesting thing is that it is home to an ancient Cyclops prophet named the Mouthpiece of Garat.
Oh no.
Well,
Who
he couldn't
serves-
be the eyepiece because
right.
he's only got one. Sorry, I'll see myself out.
This Cyclops serves as the oracle for both the satraps of Qadira and the empires of Kalash.
Okay.
The current mouthpiece has been alive for 300 years, but him and his predecessors have basically been like imperial advisors for over 3,000
Okay.
years.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
What news do you have of the future? Qadira seeks to go to war with Taldor. What do I pay you for?
But I'm always right.
Yes. So
I've never been wrong.
Right. So visitors are not allowed near the mouthpiece, however,
That
as
makes
they are
sense.
guarded by 1,000 deafened eunuchs.
Oh, dang.
is fun.
Okay. It's a whole complex.
Yeah. So
Wow.
they can't hear what the advising is.
Oh, yeah, that's true, I
Yes,
suppose. Yeah.
that's one way to keep it.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Mhm.
Okay.
And due to this, the city is a popular haven for mystics, philosophers, astrologers, and has a number of schools also in the
That
area.
makes sense. That's a super vibey place. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's kind of about it for Qadira. It is a true connector between two continents and an area of a vast wealth and some petty ass leaders.
Hilarious.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That is not what I thought was going to come out of this.
It took me a while to like work up the motivation to write this episode and just be like,
Yeah.
fine, I'll read about Qadira. Then I'm like, oh, this is actually super cool.
Every time.
Every time.
Every time it's more interesting.
I feel like I went into it like, I don't like them. They took over Osirian, my dudes.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I still kind of don't like Qadira, but dang, Kalesh
Sounds great.
sounds great.
Okay. Very cool. Well, thank you, Tyler.
Yeah.
We will take a quick break, and then I think when we come back, we'll do a little bit of campaign and character.
Yeah.
And we are back. So I have character, which means Sam gets to go first with campaign.
Okay. So I've become really attached to Bob,
I knew this would happen.
It's always
I knew this
Bob.
would happen.
who we made up.
Even with the Women of Bronze?
I do, but like, I think maybe we'll go there. I don't
Okay.
know. But so when I think about like what's a whole campaign idea, because honestly, if we went to go see the Sisters of Bronze, we'd just hang out in the city and not do anything.
That's
like
fair.
there is no conflict there. I just want to chill with dragons. So anyway, we'll go back to Bob, who has a conflict. So Bob the like 27th or whatever it is, current vizier of Qadira, gets wind
Who has a
that-
real name, but everyone just calls him Bob for some
Just calls
reason.
him Bob the Vizier.
It's fine. He has a very long name. It's okay.
Hillbilly Jafar.
No, we like Bob.
Okay.
Is Bob
Because-
competent?
Yes.
Okay.
We like Bob. Bob is maybe a newer Bob
Okay.
to this.
Okay, newer Bob.
A little bit untested, but he comes from a long line of very competent Bobs.
Did Bob have an apprenticeship under the previous Bob, or is Bob stepping into this role?
Ooh,
A journeyman Bob.
I think that Bob studied in Kalesh
Okay.
and wasn't top of his class. So
Why he
that's
was sent
why
to Qadira.
he was sent to Qadira. But he has a really big heart.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
trying really hard.
Yeah, of course.
And he's very excited about his
Yeah,
position.
yeah.
And so then Bob gets wind that Qadira's thinking about doing the stuff again.
Say it ain't so.
Thinking about war, and he's like, no. I am gonna step it up. I am gonna be a good Bob and keep Qadira in line. Before it has to get back to the Empress and she has to deal with this, I'm gonna handle it. So Bob recruits a team
Sure.
Okay.
naturally
I like it.
to investigate this concern, hopefully put down whatever it is to keep the peace. And that's our party.
Okay.
Yes.
Hired by Bob.
Hired
Okay.
by Bob.
Bob's Angels.
Bob's Angels.
Name of the campaign.
we're-
Bob's Angels.
Is Bob sending us on diplomatic missions, intelligence gathering, assassination? Yes. The answer might be yes.
It might be all of the above a little bit because
Okay.
he's not totally sure what. So, like, the first part is going to be investigating what is happening.
Mhm.
And then, based on what you find, then I think there would be some different paths you could take. You could try to handle it diplomatically. You could go about it a
Okay.
little more assassin-y. You
Okay.
could.
Okay.
There are multiple avenues. Bob hasn't given you explicit instructions on how to handle the problem.
We have a little bit of a mandate.
It's more just like we gotta lock this down. And I mean, maybe if you come back to Bob and tell him that you assassinated some people, he might be surprised. That's maybe not what he actually intended to happen.
I found a bunch of Taldans and I killed them all.
Oh no.
But if it solves the problem, I mean, he's not like mad
Okay.
about it. So
He can be on the spin team.
The spin.
Spin it for Kalesh.
Oh, that's
so here's why this was a good idea.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
I know you're not making a character, Tyler, but that's your character. You're the spin guy.
I'm the spin team. Okay, so Bob. Okay, hear me out. Here's why this is actually good for the Empire.
Put the crate with the heads away.
That's what I asked for.
Okay. Okay. So you probably don't know who Belka is.
Mm-mm.
So from the Ace Combat games,
Oh dang.
there's a joke that it's always Belka's fault. And this, like when you kept talking about the cult of the Dawnflower, like it all came back to the cult of the Dawnflower.
Yeah.
It kept reminding me of like Belka. Like it's always Belka's fault. So I want my character to, I think they're like kind of on the border between Qadira and Taldor, and they're probably older. Like they've experienced some back and forth, and they've like lived that life on both sides of the border. So they're a little more worldly and in touch with current affairs, but they secretly have like this core issue with the cult of the Dawnflower. And maybe like they're a traditional believer in the Dawnflower, and like they see the cult as like this really evil thing, but like their central motivation is they think everything is the fault of the cult of the Dawnflower.
Every single thing.
Yeah, like they're like, oh well, obviously these two nations could live in peace if the cult would just like stop meddling in affairs.
Which hilariously is like not that far off,
I
depending
know.
on the problem,
Yeah,
but it could get really petty.
That's right. I would like see all the history. Like remember when they invaded this? Remember when they did this? Like
Yeah.
I'd have the whole list written down of like the grievances against the cult of the Dawnflower. So I think I'll say like a male character, like maybe like mid 50s, like very worldly. I'm trying to think class. I was gonna go rogue at first, but rogue seems almost too easy. Like too stereotypical, like, oh, I play both sides. I'm a spy.
You do like rogue and then layer an archetype or something onto it to make it more spicy.
I like to do maybe like a rogue cleric, like a divine.
Ooh.
You could do like a battle harbinger cleric.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I want to have like my religious connection back to Saren Ray, but like it's not the whole core identity of the character. It's more like anti the cult.
I mean,
so,
champion might work there too. It's
yeah,
I'm a vindictive champion or something.
Yeah, like I don't want them to be a full plate
tanky
character. Like, I want them to be like more sneaky, more stabby, less tanky.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they get involved. Like I've played both sides forever, so I'm like an easy contact to bring me into the party initially, and then I probably have my own ideas about like maybe I want to steer investigations in certain directions because obviously it's the cult's fault.
You could go Magus too.
Oh.
If you wanted to be
Magus
like
could be a good choice
sneaky and
for it.
Stabby, and then also have higher
arcane
intelligence.
Yeah,
stuff
I
going
do
on
like the
too.
idea of it being divine though, not arcane.
Okay, Bob. So let me tell you why it was good for the Empire for him to murder those people who were talking about Saren Ray. They were a cult.
I really don't think this is about the cult, though.
You don't know that.
The intelligence.
Look back at
I
the history.
got.
Just don't think about it.
It's always the cult.
Sure.
It's always the
It's the cult's fault. It's always the cult's
It's always
fault.
the cult.
I mean, I guess if you're sure.
And we can basically
Is
gaslight
Bob
Bob.
say Bob a pushover?
Bob's a little overwhelmed by what has rapidly gotten out of his control. He thought he was getting together an A team. Now he seems to be in charge of an out of control team. He doesn't really
Does
know.
our party also have a relationship with the satrap? Are we like totally in Bob's pocket?
I feel like it might make sense.
Like, are we agents of the Empire?
It might make sense for some to be recruited from like maybe like a person who's an agent of the Empire who works for the satrap. So like it would make sense for the Empire to have like inside men, even more inside.
Well, Bob is an Empire guy.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Bob is really a peace guy.
Sure.
So you don't have to be of the Empire. You just have to be for peace.
Yeah.
And
For
for the
peace.
greater good.
for the greater good.
And that's where it all goes downhill, folks.
Bob
has to-
We get to the greater good.
Bob embodies the 7 virtues.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's really what he's going for.
Okay.
Yeah.
All 7.
This feels like a campaign that goes off the
Zakia.
rails.
Real fast.
This is one that you don't need to plan anything, Sam. We're going to kick our own train off the
Honestly,
rails.
this is the campaign that ends up with Osirian getting invaded. Like this is the type of campaign where you're like, Bob shows up and is like, I'm sorry, you what? You took over another country?
Why is Cheliax here? What happened?
You were supposed to prevent a conflict, not create a different one.
There's
You
a
were the
gold-
chosen one.
There's a gold dragon asking for donations. I don't understand who were you talking to?
Why is the plane of fire here? I don't do well in a heated climate.
Oh, there has to be a session where you like randomly end up in the plane of fire.
The plane of fire.
Yes.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what do we rate Qadira out of?
Oh,
I think it's got to be Bob's, right?
It can't be Bob's. It can't be Bob's.
The thing that we made up.
I mean, we could do Viziers.
That's probably a better choice. I just imagine like that is the thing where you're gonna be like, well, it's Sam, Ryan. We rated this nation 9 out of 10 Bobs, and I'm gonna be like, what is that?
I will
mean?
never forget Bob. He's important to me now.
Okay, Viziers.
Viziers. Viziers is a better
Yeah,
choice because we've been dogging on the Vizier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly,
8 or 9?
I think 10.
10?
There's
I guess from the
there's like no reason as a
Not to
tourist
go.
why you would not go here from
even
a
if
day.
you're Taldane. Like,
I mean, if you are Talden, yeah, you're going to be looked down upon a little bit, but it's still going to be super cool.
and it's just
Yeah.
like gorgeous and
Yeah, gorgeous and
Wealthy
rich and
and-
opulent. Like
Yeah, let's do it. 10 out of 10.
10 out of
10
10.
out of 10 Viziers.
They're not currently at war with anybody or
Yeah.
anything at the moment.
And like
so.
the entire empire is constantly like, you need to make peace with people and be altruistic and stuff. So yeah,
crazy.
easy.
That is not where I thought this was going to go, Tyler.
Where did you?
I don't know. We've like never had Qadira show up in any of our campaigns for any reason. And it's just always been like that nation that's across the sea. And it's like, oh, well, clearly
I don't know why.
clearly they're the bad guys.
I feel like I've always just like, because they're right next to Katapesh, I guess, I've always just like lumped them together in my mind.
Yeah. Like they're just there.
And like Katapesh kind of sucks. So like,
they're like clearly just like drug dealing empire people. And
yeah.
No, this was good.
Yeah. It turns out they're actually like,
Well, and then all the only other context you get is like Taldor conflict.
mm-hmm.
So you assume like, oh, well, there was conflict, so
Yeah.
it's probably not good.
I mean, to be fair,
but-
it was kind of Qadira's fault, but
yeah,
overall,
but in a
if you-
larger context,
yeah.
I mean, really, we more Golden Road adventure paths, please.
Yeah. Right.
It was like,
I'm like, they need a Mwangi expand style book for the Golden Road.
I mean, yes, but even before that, like I would take adventure path with supplement material.
Not that's just like an AP that's just like, oh, we ended up in Katapesh for reasons. And there's
like
nothing
that's not.
but like, yeah,
That doesn't count.
no.
very cool though.
Yeah.
Very good. Golden Road done.
Golden Road done.
Golden
Woo.
Road done. Another area done.
Yeah. I think next up we might do a quick Starfinder next.
We
Just to,
can. I have it written.
yeah. So we might do that. And then after that, it's the Impossible Lands.
Oh, I'm excited for the Impossible Lands.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Now we get back. I feel like this was a very grounded,
Yeah.
reasonable area, and
Now
then
we're
we're
gonna
gonna
get
go
into weird stuff again.
wonky.
We're about to be like possibly gay rivals who next
Star-crossed lovers.
star-crossed lovers Geb and Nix who just throw bombs at each other for thousands of years.
Amazing.
Oh, my
Love it.
gosh. Well, Tyler, thank you for taking us out on a high note of the Golden Road.
Of course. Glad to do it.
Well, as always, reminder to join our Discord. We're talking about some sort of tournament of
Tournament of campaigns?
no, not campaigns. It's like tournament
Parties.
Parties.
Tournament of parties, yeah.
We'll workshop the name, but
Yeah.
like
Party tournament.
Stay tuned for more news on
Yeah,
that
we're
one.
gonna have like a Discord competition of making Pathfinder parties to complete something.
Yeah.
The gauntlet.
I don't
Unclear,
know.
but you should join our Discord. It's free. You can hop in. The link is on our Patreon, which is Tabletop Travel Guide Podcast. If you search on Patreon, tell your friends. Of course, having people who connect with you and like sharing us at your table is always really helpful and interesting, and people of similar interests. Feel free to email us at tabletoptravelguidepodcast@gmail.com or on Instagram, Tyler checks at Tabletop Travel Guide. Yeah, but mostly hop in the Discord. We have chats about all kinds of random Pathfinder stuff and some non-Pathfinder stuff and some cool Patreon content. So anything else, guys?
That's all.
That's all. So until next time, safe travels.